Hey everybody, my name is Lefty. I'm with Left Lane with Lefty. I'm here with a couple of great guys from ETI Trucking and Transportation out of Greenville, Greenville, Tennessee. And this is
Gabe Shelton, better known as TC.
better known as TC.
Yes, sir.
And you drive for ETI.
Yes, sir.
How long you been driving for ETI?
February was a year ago, so about 14, 15 months.
All right. How long have you been trucking?
Almost 23 years.
Wow. What got you into trucking?
I'm a fourth generation truck driver. My dad, my grandfather, my uncles, my great-grandfather. I also have a 24-year-old son that's a truck driver as well. He's a fifth generation driver.
Nice. Keeping it all in the family, keeping
Yes,
the
sir.
history going.
Yes, sir.
It's like me, I'm a third generation. My grandfather, my dad, then me.
Right.
And it's really nice to get to be able to come out here to the semi-casual truck show and be able to hang out, meet drivers, do interviews. I have a ton of footage of everything that's going on. I've done some live shots. I've hung out with you guys. When I met you guys, I met you from the Kinley 95
Yes,
truck
you did.
show.
Yes, you did. Rain and all.
Rain and all. And I come in there and I was like, man, ETI's over here. And I actually just walked up. I mean, doing a live in the middle of a live.
Right.
And you all started sitting there chit-chatting. And that's when that kid was like, wow, you drive a stick?
Yeah.
You know. So, you know, we got a little bit of history. But it's
Right.
nice. I wanted to get with you and do an interview. And I didn't get a chance to because of other circumstances.
Right.
It was Saturday when I showed up.
Right.
It was at the tail end of the show. And when I went to go back on Sunday, there was issues on my end.
Right.
But I am glad that we got to meet back up.
Right.
So you've been driving for ETI for about 15 months.
Right.
You're a fourth generation driver.
Yes, sir.
23 years. I got
Yep.
23 years. Where do you see yourself with ETI?
I would love to be able to own the Mistress in the next couple of years. Be
Really?
my own truck. That's my general plan. That's where I'm wanting to go with it.
So ETI will let you buy this truck?
Yes,
Nice.
for enough money. Yeah.
Yeah, for enough money.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's with any company.
Right.
It all depends on if it's a lease purchase or if it's are you planning on buying it straight out?
I'm gonna try to buy it off the boss man.
All
You
right.
know, and like a lease purchase type deal. You know.
But you're gonna have. I won't get into all your finances or anything
Right.
like that. But you're gonna try to do a lease purchase.
Yep.
Which is actually good. And from what I hear from ETI, I know I don't live that far from it. I'm about 50, 60 miles from y'all's office.
Right.
But I also know you do. I have to put in the plug because the man has really done a lot for me. So I will have to plug you, Tony Justice, just to let you know. I am talking to some of your fellow drivers. But, you know, I have seen him down in Wildwood. He's actually come up. He did some things for my mom. He actually signed some hats. He gave her a hat. So I really...
Yeah, he's a good guy. He met Austin at down at when he actually was leaving the yard, and I hollered at him on the radio, and he stopped at the store and waited on us just so Austin could meet him.
Well, that's nice. I mean, it's nice when you can have a driver stop and actually take the time out. I've known Tony for a while, and when I last talked to him before I went to Wildwood, it was over at the Davy Crockett. He sat there with me and another buddy of mine, which is Kelly. We sat there and talked for almost 2 hours sitting there and talking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the man will sit there and take the time out of his way to sit there and talk to you about anything that he wants or what you got on your mind,
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
He's a great guy.
But sorry, Tony, but I'm not trying to cut in, but I'm doing an interview with these guys. So just to let you know, sorry, being a little funny. But I mean, so that's what you're looking at. You're looking at trying to be able to talk to the boss man, buy this truck,
Yeah.
and own it. And yours is a white and burgundy Peterbilt.
Yeah. 2016 Pride and Class.
Nice. I got some shots of it, and you've seen the pictures.
Oh, yeah.
I've done some nice little artwork with it. But it all depends on how you take care of the truck.
Exactly.
I'm looking at you and looking at the truck that you actually take the pride and actually making sure your truck is detailed, it's clean, the inside is looking immaculate. You've
Thank you,
done
sir.
some things in there. And you're a company driver.
Yes, 100% company.
And see, and this is what a lot of drivers don't understand. You have to be a owner-operator to be able to do this stuff.
No.
You guys, and I do have another gentleman. Would you like to step in, sir? Come on, step on in.
Step on up.
Yeah. We'll make this a double interview.
Works for me.
And who are you?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. It's bad. He drives a little pink Volkswagen, but hey, they want to call him Hot Wheels.
A little tinker toy.
Oh well. But just messing. But you guys are both company employee drivers. You're not owner ops.
Nope.
And the
100%
company takes care of you, and you guys do what you do for your truck. Because why do you do this? I mean, why do you put your blood, sweat, and tears back into the truck if you're a company owner?
Why not? Even though his name's on the side of the door, you know, that's my home. That's my office.
Hold on. Got an old international robot. I'm sorry. But hey, we are at a truck show, so just saying.
But, you know, it's, even though his, you know, boss man's name's on the side of the door, you know, I'm the one that they see. I'm the one that, you know, works in it, sleeps in it, you know, 5 days a week. Sometimes, you know, more than that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
So how long are you actually out on the road?
on a
At most of your given time?
give and take, 5 days out, 2 days home.
Usually.
All right.
Usually, I
So
mean,
you
that's,
guys actually run a week and then you're home. Run a week and then you're home.
Yeah. There's a lot of times that I've been out a month at a time.
Yeah.
I've done that.
But, you know, you come home, you tell them how many days you want off. You can, that's the best part that I've found about working for ETI.
Mm-hmm.
You run as hard as you want to run.
Right.
You
So-
if you ain't got no, if you working with us
They
and you
work-
ain't making no money, it's your fault.
So
It ain't
basically-
dispatch.
So basically they're saying, you work as hard as you want to work.
We've
We're
got
not-
drivers.
We're not going to stop you, and we're not going to sit there and go, well, you know, we're only going to let you run 3 days this week. But we'll run you 7 days next week.
We've got drivers that, you know, they only want to run 2,500 miles a week. And then we've got drivers like me and Ron that'll run every last minute we can actually run. I mean, we run the clock out every week. I know I do. And then some.
Off the record. Good.
But, you know, you got to do what you got to do to get home.
Yeah, which is understandable. But I mean, like people are trying to understand. It's like a lot of these people that I have on my group, you know, and on my page. They think that a lot of these guys that I show, hey, they're showing owner operator, not realizing that a lot of you guys are actually company employees that actually take the time and the money to put out and make these trucks look good, the lights.
The boss man,
and
the boss man gives us a good platform to start with. Like I said, I started with a 2016 riding class. I mean, I started out on the upper end of the scale.
And I got a 2016, you know, T680 that, you know,
He put a chicken wing on,
Yeah.
a drop visor, and you know, but all the, you know, the truck's dual color lights, the chrome on the inside. You know, the boss man don't pay for that. The boss man ain't out here scrubbing on the tank, scrubbing on the wheels, polishing and you know, lettering the tires and all that. The detail
you
work
got-
that goes on the inside. You know, he says, "Here's you a platform. You make it you make it your ride. My name's on the title, but you make it your ride." You ain't gonna find many companies like that.
No, and from what I understand and from what I've heard, and not just talking to Tony, but from other drivers like you guys, that I've heard that ETI really does treat their drivers like family. Not
I
a
mean,
number,
yeah.
but like true family.
we call in, it doesn't matter what time of day, you know, it doesn't matter if we call boss man or his son, because he works there too. He does what? The backhauls.
Backhauls, yeah. Junior does backhauls.
Yeah, and he does that, you know, and even walking around the yard in person, you know.
You're not, hey, truck 602
Yeah.
or 614. It's, you know, you call in, and our dispatcher, we get the same dispatcher. We both are on the open deck.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey, Gabe, or hey, Ron, how's it going? The minute they answer the phone, you ain't got to say, hey, this is so-and-so with truck so-and-so. They know you right off. The boss man's got every one of our phone numbers in his cell phone. Under your name. Not under your truck number, under your name.
Yep.
He'll call us. I've been riding down the road, you know, midnight, 1 o'clock, back when I hauled cattle, and he'd be like, hey, how's the truck running? Everything going good? You feeling all right? You doing all right? I've never worked anywhere it was like that. Ever. They'll have to run me off with a pit bull and shotgun. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
So if someone wanted to find a job and actually was qualified
2 years experience.
and sit there and go, hey, I'd like to try it out.
That'd be the
Come
place
on
to
down.
go.
If you
We're
wanted-
actually
if you
short
wanted to
right
be-
now.
If
Yeah.
you wanted to be in a family
Oh,
oriented,
it's a family environment.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the
Yeah.
qualifications, you know, flatbed,
you know,
2 years
you know,
experience. I mean, we do drive in.
Yeah.
You know, we do both, but, you know. If,
Yeah, I know.
2
Tony
years.
does drive in.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
you know, we got both the best, you know, best of both worlds. You know, if you want to come down and be like, you know, hey, you know, John or Ron or, you know, Tim or Tom or Bob or Larry, and yeah, ETI's is a good fit. I mean, I've been here less than a year.
You've been here about a year.
Yeah,
So-
it's been
so-
about a year.
So basically, the only way you get screwed at this company is you screw yourself.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So, not a bad deal.
No, excellent company. If I'd have known what I know now,
Mm-hmm.
20 years ago when the boss man offered me a job many, many years ago when he only had about 6 trucks,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'd have went then, and I'd still be there. We've got drivers that's been there since they opened the doors.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know,
miss
and,
He's been
And
there.
when did they open the doors?
oh Lord, it was back in the 90s. I don't know a date.
No,
I
mean,
remember
but-
back when I was still in high school, back in the 90s, they were down below West Green High School. And, you know, Klein Lisa that's mom and daddy.
See,
Straight up.
Yeah.
That's what we call them.
see, this is where I try to tell you guys that when you find drivers, these are employee drivers. These guys, I mean, when you can find someone that's sitting there and say, hey, that's Mom and Pop's as the owners. This is the type of atmosphere y'all need to work yourself up to, being able to sit there and say, hey, I'm a professional. I do my job like I'm supposed to. I am qualified for it. This is the place you need to be. Because these guys, and I don't mean you have to go with ETI. You can go with other companies. But you want to be able to talk to other drivers to be able to hear, like these guys are saying. There's nothing that's here to be rehearsed.
No, I mean,
You guys, I've talked to you before over in Kinley. That was
Yep.
a little over a month and a half ago, or if
Yep.
not 2 months ago. And you guys are still saying the same thing over there. Hey man, these people treat us like family.
Even the other drivers that walk up and ask, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, how's it is to work for ETI? And I'm like, dude, that's home.
Yeah.
That you know, even if I don't buy the Mistress,
Mm-hmm.
that'll be the last truck I set my hind end in. Period. I won't go nowhere else.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you.
I mean, it's that. Yeah, I'm 42 years old. It's time, you know. I've worked at a lot of different companies and drove a lot of different equipment.
Mm-hmm.
There's nowhere in the spectrum have I ever drove equipment with the quality that Klein has.
Yeah, it's just like,
So,
you know,
so
end of the
stuff
year.
is repaired and everything.
Oh,
you have
oh,
a
yeah.
problem.
You roll into the shop and, you know, say, hey, man, my brakes just ain't right. Well, roll it over the pit. Let's take a look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I mean, it's, you know, it ain't, well, let's just wait till you A service or, no. If it's especially safety items,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, there's no second question. It's now.
It
will take priority.
You go. Nice. See?
I've had them in the parking lot working on my truck
Or trailer.
because the shop was full. They'll come out and be like, "Well, what's wrong with your truck?" And I'll tell them, "Well, let's go out here and look at it." And back something out to get mine in to get it fixed because I was under a load or I had something that had to be gone.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just a number, even at the shop.
Nice.
I mean, it's, you know, it's very safety oriented, very goal oriented company.
You're almost selling me. I almost want to give this up.
Hey man, I'm telling you.
Hey,
I'm just
there's
saying.
a truck with your name on it, man.
I know, right here, sitting right here. No,
But no,
But,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just here for moral support. It's cool.
is that what it is? But now, as you like to be called Hot Wheels,
Mhm.
when did you start driving a truck, and what got you into it?
Well, I mean, my dad, see, I'm probably, about like him, about fourth generation. What got me into it is just, hey, at that time, being a little kid, hey, that's a big truck, nice, shiny,
It makes a lot of noise.
yeah, it makes a lot of noise. It goes, hey. I don't see myself doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It just, if you had
And
fourth
you've been
generation,
driving for how long?
it's, oh God, September be 21 or 22 years.
So you've been driving for 22 years. So I mean, right here's just a little. Right here's over almost 65 years of experience.
yeah,
Man,
That's
we're
just
getting
right here.
yeah.
And then you imagine
We've got a
imagine how many
driver,
experiences that we got sitting here.
and
Just
we
like Jacob Bonham. I was just talking to him. He's 43. Well, actually, he'd be turning 43. He's 42.
yeah, that's the
He's
same
been
age I am.
driving 23, 24 years.
We've
Yeah,
got a guy
going
at the
ahead.
shop that's been driving since 1951.
I think I've seen that old man.
Mr. Lee
Yes,
Mr. Lee.
drives that gray Peterbilt. Yep.
Yeah.
he's
Every day he pulls into that yard, has a big old smile on his face.
60 years. That's 61.
Yes.
1960.
It's been something like that.
It's 60 years he's been on the road. He's 83 years old and will run out here with me or him.
He'll run with the best of them.
He just smiles the whole way, and he's been with the company the whole time.
You know,
For
because they
as
made
long
it-
as the company's been open.
If you can get a driver anymore, if you can get a driver to stay more than 3 years, you're doing great. But when you got a driver that's giving you that type of dedication to stay with you for 60 years,
Yeah.
that tells you something about the company.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
that's like
And it
Tall
does.
Man and Julio and
Rerun.
Rerun, all them boys. They're all original drivers. They've been there 20 years.
If not more.
Yeah, and it's just Tall Man. He's still got his same trucks that he set out in. He refuses to let the boss man retire his truck.
But when you get used to something like that, and you don't.
And
want
he's
nothing
got a
else.
377 that would show with mine or his truck,
Mhm.
Really.
and it's a 90s model. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's just like I say, this one
Nice.
here, he bought an auction down in Florida. And I got a sister truck to that one, that he bought at the same time. But,
Night and day difference.
yeah, there's a big night and day difference between mine and his. I mean, it's just some
It's
people.
all respect for the
Ride in
driver.
your ride.
Exactly.
Yep,
I mean, you
exactly.
got guys out here. I mean, I drove for major carriers. I drove for Schneider. I drove for Warner. I drove for, a couple different people, Boyd Brothers, and
Like
all
everybody
my
ess
trucks.
does, we all
Right.
get our
Gotta-
legs
you
in.
gotta
you
get
got your feet
gotta
wet.
cut your teeth.
Yeah, and do all that. But
You
even
guys
at
are
the
different
same
things.
time, their names are on each truck that I've had. My name was never on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I did go to Milan Supply Chain Solutions out of Jackson, Tennessee, and I had one there. It was a gray Kenworth T680 that had green monster lettering on the side of it.
Uh-huh.
I entered it in Lexington. That was my first time. Back in 2019, I entered it in the Lexington show. That was my mistake. New to this, I should have started with a smaller show like this. But hey, I put pride in this. I sat next to nicer trucks than show quality trucks that these guys actually got. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I'm
you
here.
know?
You're here to show.
Yeah, and that
your
wasn't my
pride
name.
in that ride. you
Even though,
drive every day.
even though I was leasing that truck,
Mhm.
it still had Milan's name on it.
Yeah.
I was representing them at the same time. you don't have to do all of that to even just do it. You know, just
So-
take pride in it. You know, just keep your stuff.
Wash your truck.
So,
Yeah.
so what you're saying is the key aspects to being a driver is one, respect the company you're working for.
Correct.
Respect your ride that they give you, and take pride in it because that reflects not only
It
on
don't
the
matter
company,
if-
but on you.
It don't matter if it's a 63 mile an hour TMC truck
To,
Yeah.
or a 120 mile an hour brand new P.
Yeah.
If you don't take no ride in it, no pride in it,
Or an 80 mile an hour Valley transport truck. Sorry, I just
But-
had to throw that in there.
but
Kelly.
it just it don't matter. I drove Pete's and W9s for Warner. I drove Schneider trucks. I drove for Heartland. I mean, I drove the crappy trucks. But I had a 379 when I was at Warner that won the truck show at Omaha at the main terminal because I did the same thing. Everybody's like, why are you putting all this money in a company truck?
but it also
That's my ride. That
That
reflects me.
Yeah.
yeah,
that
and
represents
also at the
you.
same time, it doesn't even take that much to do that. You know, I mean, it just takes regular cleaning supplies. You know, Windex. You know, Armor All. You know, just
Run it through the streak and beacon
yeah,
once a
streak,
week.
yeah.
Run it through the beacon.
Once
Then
a
you
week,
can
twice.
also. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, it's
No.
like what, $7? You can go to AutoZone.
Plus, on top of that, it's a tax
you can
write-off.
buy a mother's polish, and
Yeah.
you can polish your stuff up.
And all
Yeah.
that's a tax write-off at the end
Yeah.
of the year. So
Yep.
you know, you're
So, I
helping
mean,
yourself
look at
too.
it.
I mean, we really don't put. I mean, he puts more in his. I mean, I like to put more in mine, but boss man already told me I'm getting a new truck by the end of the year next year. I mean, there's plans I wanted to do to
With this
mine.
truck, yeah.
Yeah, and I put everything on hold because I want to see what
you-
I get next
yeah.
because I don't want to put all this and then have to take it all off and put it on that one. But at the same time, even if I did do that and then had to transfer trucks into another one, that doesn't mean I want to sit there and like take that truck and like trash it up or whatever. No, it's
Yeah.
going to look
It's
well,
just
it's going to look a
it's
hell of a
gonna-
lot better than that one.
Yeah. But there's stuff off of this one you
Yeah.
can actually take and put on your other truck.
Yeah, I mean it. And
Yeah.
mine, like I said, it's an old truck. It has 588,000 on it, but
It might be an old truck, but it's your
It
truck.
runs.
It's your ride. It's
Yeah.
what you like. You're
it's a side
comfortable with.
bitch. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. That's what
That's
we
the
need.
reason that we show them side by side. It's the mistress and the side bitch.
Yeah.
You don't see one unless you see the other.
Exactly. I mean, well, our mechanic actually started that because he left his truck on the yard one time to get service. And I backed next to him. I thought he was on the yard. And I called him. He said, no, I left my truck up here to get service. One of our old mechanics, he backed Tony's truck up next to mine on the other side. I didn't notice that. And I got out of the truck, walked inside, and I came back out and I looked and I seen Mistress and then Purgatory. And I'm sitting there like, man, my truck's a damn side bitch compared to these two. So there's where
That's how the
I mean, it was just, you know, you see two Pete's, you know, then you
Yeah,
see
and
this
then you
little,
see
there you go. So I'm just here for moral support. It's cool.
Yeah. So I get it. So, but you see the history. You
I
see
mean-
the love that's in the truck.
And you
And
just-
you see the passion from the drivers.
And you have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know?
And
then
we
that's-
just run with
and
it.
that's what it's about.
Mhm.
But I do have something for you. Don't go anywhere.
See, now it makes me fear when people say that.
Yeah, that makes me worried.
Yeah.
Well, goddamn, we have a conversation over here about nose rings and hell, I don't know. His kid wants to get his nose pierced. I don't know. I don't know who these damn people are.
That's the beauty about a truck show. You meet different people.
I took over his Google Live. He walked away and left the truck open, so I just kind of took it over.
See? That's the great thing about truck shows, man. You meet different people from different walks of life.
Never know.
Exactly. Still have fun doing it. Oh, he's back.
And as I'm back, and as you guys say, you take pride in your ride.
Yes, sir.
As you can see, I got a 04 dually. I do take pride in my ride,
Hey.
and it is lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yes, it is.
But you see that logo sitting there on the back of the truck? on the left-hand side?
Yes, sir.
All right. I would like to ask you gentlemen if it'd be all right if I could let you all and see if you all would carry my badge on the side of your
Oh
truck.
yes, most definitely.
Here, hold on a minute.
Yeah, here we go. They're going on now. They'll go on right now.
Let me flip this around. Hang on. There we go. Nope. Hang on. Before you stick that on there. Come on, flip around. Why ain't you flipping? Damn it. It's not flipping, so. All right. Now you can go ahead.
Here, I'll do one even better.
Look at it. Look at this, gentlemen. Look at that. Another happy. Look at that.
Even with our company logo. Wow, that ain't really
Yeah,
a company.
but it's going to be a company logo.
Working
Look at that.
on it.
See these drivers? These drivers, when you treat them with respect and you hang out with them and actually get to know them, these guys are funny as hell. One,
Oh, we're
two.
crazy as hell too. I mean, don't let them lie to you. We are. It's
Look,
cool though.
look. You know, like he says, you know, I mean, hell, I mean, these guys like each other so much that the trucks are almost kissing their tails.
Yeah, don't show the balls. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I'm usually in the left lane, so I'm gonna put mine right here on the kicker door.
That will be fine. Because when you're in the left lane, I'm in the right lane filming you. And that's the reason why it's called left lane with lefty, because
exactly.
if I am not driving, I'm filming.
Well, I mean, mine would be on that side, but I figured, you know,
Yeah.
you put it underneath Legends Never Die.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to be, as a legend. And I greatly appreciate it, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
I do.
Anytime.
So, as we're going to put this right here. Let me get the damn thing open again. There we go. And bring her back up. And set her back. These gentlemen right here are hard workers. And I appreciate y'all giving me the chance to get in the interview finally.
Anytime.
And anything y'all want to say to them, that where they can reach you guys, maybe on TikTok or Facebook or something?
Well, I don't have Facebook. I got TikTok. It's, Hot Wheels 7191, I think it is.
You can tell he's
Mine
really
is-
on TikTok a lot.
He's on it a lot more than I am, but I'm on there as the one and only TC, with one as being the number one.
All right.
Just look at my videos, half of the mistress. And I
Yeah,
just tagged in them.
a lot of wrong stuff's in my stuff too.
All right.
You'll be
Well,
able to tag
You
each
can't
other
miss
in.
mine. I do. Mine is under Charles Bundy, but I did start one for my page, and it is Left Lane with Lefty on TikTok. I got to get some more videos, and I'm gonna put them back on there because Left Lane with Lefty is actually growing, really good. I have shows that I do. Like I said, this is gonna be on one of them. This is gonna be strictly like a 30-minute show where I do interviews and put it together, work it together. You are going to be famous.
Oh Lord, I'm already infamous, so
He's going to be
Hey, infamous and famous. There we go.
All right, guys. Left Lane and these two guys, we are going to be out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace.